Um, Something else I wanted to mention and just talk about. Um, I said before that my depression was, my anger and depression were leaking out onto everyone, especially my ex. And one thing that really hurts, because I know this because I've seen it over time, was that the photos we had taken together, I'm not looking through the photos right now, I can't really bring myself to do that. Each photo I've taken over the years, it's obvious I've become more and more agitated and depressed and angry in each photo. Like the smile that you see in those photos that were taken recently of me before the breakup were really just forced. And when I worked my first job, and it was in fast food, I went from being a somewhat kind-hearted, kind-spirited individual to being just a very bitter and angry person, because I realized just how awful people can be, especially to service workers. It kind of just surprises me how people can go about their day treating others with such disrespect and then just go back home and pretend like nothing was wrong. Especially for some reason, not everyone, but a chunk of these people, the church crowd. I have no idea how you go and preach to a God and then come to a fast food restaurant or any restaurant and then berate, a 16-year-old or, a young adult about food. Like, you're not even cooking the food. What do you have to complain about? You're lucky to have food. I'm sitting here trying to force myself to eat food because I just feel no hunger. But anyway, not to go off the rails in an angry spiral, I recognized that over the years, I become more and more unhappy. And I was not unhappy with my ex. I was unhappy with life. I was unhappy with myself. I feel like I had failed. And the reason why was I went to school, not really for me. I did it for my parents. And one of them is dead. So I feel like I am the captain of my own ship, trying to navigate my ship back to shore in the eye of a Category 5 hurricane. I have no idea which way the shore is. It is hundreds of miles away, at least. And, I feel like I am more and more in peril from my own mind. I don't really know what to do for myself. I feel like the first step would be to, get my license and then use some of the savings I have to try and buy, an old used car that at least works. I feel like because then I can just get out of the house more. If there are times where I just need to sleep in my car, just going somewhere, and so be it. I'm grateful to have a home right now, but it's nothing against, my mother and my brother, but this home reminds me too much of what we had lost. Because this was the same house where I had gotten the news that my dad had died. This was the same house his mother lived in before she passed. And I just have a lot of bad memories of this place. And it brings me down every time, whenever I was here. And now that I'm here, I just feel like I'm being beaten down mentally. So anyway, that's it for now.